But yes, that was a really good movie. But one thing that I've noticed that especially since this war in Ukraine, that the U.S. government and NATO totally agitated, and anybody who's done an ounce of research, including the Pope and many other world leaders have figured out, they actually antagonized and started this war for more than 30 years, pushed the boundaries of NATO eastward to antagonize Russia. Joe Biden himself in the 90s said that pushing NATO eastward would antagonize Russia to do something. And now they all act like, oh my God, I can't believe Putin would do this. Oh my God. After all these years of us purposely encroaching on the man, we're surprised he invaded Ukraine. I don't agree with him invading Ukraine, but they knew he was going to do it, and they are partially responsible for him doing it. Well, one of the things that they have tried to hide, and by they, I mean the media, the government, and all the corporate world has tried to do since this invasion has happened, is they have jacked up the prices of energy. All around the world, since Ukraine was invaded by Putin in late February, they have taken that as an excuse to jack up energy prices. They've done it in the UK. There's actually a movement called Don't Pay UK. Look it up. Russell Brand talks about it. Jimmy Dore talks about it. A lot of people on the left and the right are talking about it. It's Don't Pay UK. It's British citizens saying we refuse to pay our heating bills, our energy bills, because they are more than the rent where they live at now. And now they are doing the same thing to us here in Northwest Indiana. NIPSCO is seeking to hike your electric rates by 16.5%. 16.5%. Yes. NIPSCO is seeking to hike your electric rates by 16.5%. They want to charge you more for electricity. The Maryville-based electricity and natural gas utility is asking the state to approve a 16.5% rate hike over the next 2 years. The average residential customer using 668 kilowatt hours per month and paying $120 would now pay almost $20 more per month. So you'd be paying almost $140 instead of your $120. That's insane. Bills would vary, obviously, depending on electric usage. It was approved by the Indiana Regulatory Utility Commission, and the rate hikes start to kick off next September. Next September, you guys are going to start feeling a 16.5% rate hike in September of 2023. Bills would then rise again in March of 2024 and July of 2024. So the year after next, in the middle of summer, they are going to raise your electric bills in the middle of summer. When they know that you need air conditioning so that you don't fall over and die when it's 90 degrees outside. Now, NIPSCO is a subsidiary of the publicly traded NiSource and say that they are trying to raise funds to modernize their electricity grid, monitor the transmission of electricity, and generate cleaner electricity. They're doing this all under the guise, they just want to make it cleaner. That's what it is. They just want to make electricity cleaner, everybody. Yes. Now, they last hiked electricity rates in 2018 and will raise its natural gas bills by 10%. So everybody who wants heating in the winter, you're going to have to pay 10% more starting in September. They are seeking to phase in the latest electricity rate increases. They said that the utility said that the rate hike will help cover $840 million in renewable energy generation. And so once again, it's about making us cleaner. It's about making us all safer and cleaner, folks. It expects to make $50 million a year from selling excess power, which it says will return to customers through a credit on their bills. Customers will also save $6 a month after coal-fired plants are retired and NIPSCO no longer has to pass on the cost to consumers. They will also pump another $700 million into system upgrades, new technology, and various safety and reliability initiatives. Now, the IURC must approve any rate hikes since the utility has a monopoly on electricity and natural gas in the markets that they serve. If you guys, and this is where you come into play, you guys must let the IURC know exactly how you feel about this, because they have the website you could go to, www.in.gov IURC. That's www.in.gov/IURC. Let these people know that we are tired. Okay, I go to the grocery store every week. I'm spending so much more on food than I did last year. They're doing this at the same time they were just charging us $6 for gas a few months ago. People are celebrating because the gas is just $3.70 now as opposed to $5.70. 2 years ago, it was $2.30. This is as they're trying to price us out of places like Gary, Indiana, and East Chicago and Hammond. All these lakefront properties, we talked about this on the show. They're trying to price all of the people who currently live in these places out of it. All this lakefront property. They're not going to price U.S. Steel out, but they will price you and me out. And everybody in our families out. So let these people know, www.in.gov/IURC/. Let me get these callers. You guys have been really good, have been on the line for a long time. Hello, caller.
Hey, you can always buy an electric car.
How much do those cost? How much do electric cars cost?
Well, I'm just saying alternative.
Okay.
You can always buy an electric car. You can always plant your own garden. And you can always get a windmill.
Yeah, a windmill. Those are all over the place. Thank you for your call. I got to go to the next caller. Hello, caller.
Hi, my name is Drusilla.
Who?
Drusilla.
Oh, okay. Hello, Miss Silla.
Hi. I'm listening to you. You've had a good program today.
Well, thank you.
Another thing is the NIPSCO. What can we do outside of complaining to the website?
Mm-hmm.
And then I think about the money that NIPSCO has accrued over time, and I can go way back. So why can't they use their own money to make?
Exactly. Why can't they? Why can't all these energy companies do that? They've been making hand over fist since the pandemic.
Yeah, I can go back to the 70s when I was on my own, and the NIPSCO prices in Gary was more than a mortgage payment.
Mm.
And so over the years, the NIPSCO has been in business. Why can't they use their own monies if they've done their research to make it cleaner, electricity and all like this and everything? Why can't they use their own money?
Because they want all of yours. They want all of yours. Like we talked about in the last segment, the super rich are becoming so wealthy and are able to get away with so much. We see Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos and all the things that they're able to do, send people to, and they're able to build rocket ships and go to the moon whenever they want. Meanwhile, people are starving here and losing their jobs, losing their homes. The working classes cannot take any more.
No, we cannot. As far as to food prices, every time I go to the store, and I go to this one particular store regularly, the prices increase.
Yes.
Weekly.
Yes.
Yeah, we could plant our own gardens, but if you live in an apartment, how are you going to do that?
Right, right. And they've designed our cities. They've designed our cities in a way, like you just said, where so many of us do live in apartments and so many of us do live in densely populated urban areas. You know, people aren't going to be able to just reconfigure their whole lives in that way. They've created these cities to be this way.
Yeah, it's just not right. And, you know, how long is this going to go on?
Well, you know, hopefully, well, they're hoping that this war in Ukraine will go on forever. Because again, everybody's making money off of it except for us.
Exactly.
The oil companies, the regulatory, the governments, the defense contractors, and they're all using it as an excuse to raise prices, to gouge everybody on energy because, oh, we can't buy Russian energy anymore, and so the price has gone up.
So we have to pay for a war
that they started.
I don't agree with.
Right.
I mean, I sympathize with what's happening in those countries.
Yes.
But I also look at America and the homeless people that don't even have anywhere to live.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then they're going to pump that kind of money into a war. How is it benefiting the citizens of the United States?
It doesn't. It never has and it never does.
No.
And we're seeing riots and protests all over Europe about this, and they're going to be coming here because the American people are going to find out what the Europeans have already found out, which is that they are absolutely pricing everyone out.
Yeah.
In terms of energy costs, everybody will be out in the streets very soon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just about there myself.
Yes. Thank you for your call, ma'am. You call back anytime.
Thank you.
It's all good. All right, folks, I got to hit the last break before I have to get out of here. This has been a really fun show to have. I mean, I love when you guys call and engage in the show. But yeah, I got to go to this last break. When we come back, I want to know how many of you went to see The Women King and what you think about the controversy that's going on. We're going to get into that when we get back.